Kathy Vick, Deeply Awake, Jazz 2017. Holy Mother of God. You feeling it? Well, I could confirm this with at least one other person who is like me and my friend Melissa. I could, and that would be nice. But I don't have to. Because the one that I consult about things that are like this on a planetary scale has taken sick, and I don't want to stress her. We've agreed. By now we know that we're together on this, and what she's experiencing, she's interpreting it her own way. She sees things a different way. She of course. But yeah, yesterday was a big day. I dinged Melissa in the morning yesterday. Sure, it was yesterday. And told her this is a big day. This is a before and after day. This is something that people are going to feel. It's something is in the air, and that delicious place, that place in between. When reality is one way, can't be any other way. And then something happens. You experience something, but more than that, you spend time in this area that is before and after, place in between that. Like a void, I guess. No, I don't know. And that's where I was in the morning time. Oh yeah, it's all about to happen. And how this is translated into the greater population, I don't know. I really expected some sort of event, big event. Well, I think there are enough small ones to. If you look at it cumulatively, it's just stunning. How much more do you need? But evidently, quite a lot. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, because what happened yesterday was the sync. It was 2, 7, a 9 completion in the year of a binary 1, which brings it to new beginnings, holding hands and walking next to the null. And that is the perfect expression. So I can say this because last night I did something extraordinary. I'm very proud of the work I put out, and it was contributory, of course, and as much a commentary as it was a creative engine of energetic change. So I think what's happening right now, and this is why I'm just coming to you briefly, is that a lot of people have been experiencing headaches, not just me, and acute physical symptoms that are kind of surprising. And sometimes you just can't push through these things. You just pass out. Oh, I'm suddenly so tired. Oh my God, I can't keep awake. You wake up. And weirdly, it was when a nap was really okay and nobody was going to get on your case about it. And even if they would or could, somehow they didn't notice. Okay? And so it was like I knew something was big, because I understand that I have exited, and now I just get to walk through it. But I've exited my old life. I saw the video first thing, and I realized, yeah, that is the completion I've been looking for. It had to be on the physical as well as the spiritual, of choosing my identity and context, and with whom I will be playing out the rest of this grand adventure with. and in what in how, with what role. So I had the energetic experience in the morning, which was stitched with Melissa's help, then lived through things that were synchronized. Melissa was experiencing very similar things, and I don't know. And then I have that massive declaration and release. And the release isn't done yet. I get to do, oh my God, 3 days of release work. Oh, I can't wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Often my release work is tantric too. And it has been. It's been really pretty amazing. That's very profound energy to work with. And you bet I work with it. You bet. You bet. It'd be like not the most important tool missing in your toolbox because you think it's bad. Okay, fine. Evidently you think power is bad. Well, you haven't figured out how to wield it responsibly, evidently. And yeah, that kind of power in the wrong hands is you put a label on it, sure, it's bad. So it's exciting, and I encourage people to just explore and to give themselves permission to explore their bodies as temples and as creative centers of energy generation. What we're going through right now, as I've said before, it's all gonna turn out to be proven. So it's fascinating and it's very. I've been walking around since this morning, and they've been saying the angels are high-fiving you today. You know that, right? So yeah, I really can feel it. It's not me saying, "Oh, high five." It's them. It's them. I did have a conundrum, and I'm really glad I got to talk to Melissa about it. I also have been working on it independently. What happens if I divorce myself from the consciousness field? And by divorce myself, I mean, just losing interest and saying it, like declaring myself done, complete, we're done. Well, I'm closer now with my husband. I call him my husband. I'm closer now with my husband than I was when we were married, and that's a wonderful thing. I bring it up because just because there's an energetic cleave or an energetic shift, it doesn't mean that the people who you're not able to tolerate being with long term, close up, go away. Things are enhanced. Things are healed. That's how it works. So, it's another karmic engine that we both chose to walk out of. And it was a mutual decision, and I'm really glad we made it. It couldn't have been any other way, but it was so hard. So, it's another healing though, and I mention that because I was thinking about this is all. It turns out to be mathematical, the different consciousness fields, how they interplay, and about receptors. If you've got a lot of receptors, and somebody else is Akash, they're stuck in their operating system is not able to attend to a lot of data, then I'm not going to get met, right? My receptors aren't going to get, there will be a lock that will just be, and I saw, okay, it's got nothing to do with good or bad or right or wrong or like or dislike or, whatever nasty stuff like damned and sainted, that kind of, no, it's math. What can you tolerate? What can't you tolerate? What do you like? What you don't like? Are you met or are you not met energetically? Like that. And then today with Melissa, realizing that, this really, really, truly winds up being being okay with my expression as it is. And it's okay. to not have as my bedfellow this consciousness. And I give myself so much love for having come in here and as a tender child starting my work at 12. It's a lot to say goodbye to. It's a lot to be proud of. And it's a lot to thank. And you don't dismiss that. Why would I dismiss that? Why would I dismiss my husband? Why would I dismiss anyone who I have shared deep and profound love with? That's insanity. No, of course not. That's separation. That's the old way. But this is about identity and context. And it's about my operating system. It's about merge. It's about this picture I found today. A snapshot from deep space with a caption. I actually Googled double toroidal. Double toroid. Because I saw a double toroid and I saw, oh, that's the Merkaba. That's what that is. A Merkaba is a double toroid. This is a double toroid singularity. What humanity is. We are a double toroid singularity. So I put that into the Google machine, and what popped up was a picture of a Mobius strip that has been photographed in deep space in the center of our galaxy. La la. And I've said, I didn't see this as a ribbon of light that we're traveling through. This is a toroid. It's toroidal energy. That's how it's moving. It's a spiral. It's not linear. And I've said this is a part of the body of God we're passing through. It's organic. It's innate. It's so further consolidation, confirmation, and celebration today. Because today's the day I know it's shared in real time. We're synced up. And sure, I've had friends who you pop in later and say, "Oh my God, did you feel it?" And we both felt it, and it's really good to have that kind of confirmation. This is different. This is different. I can feel this is bigger. This is not just a few pockets. This is global. This is global. We're synced. And it may take time to come to that realization individually. Doesn't matter. But we'll come to understand that that's what's occurred. And I've always thought that Facebook and the internet, that's a prototype. That's to remind us of what we're capable of. We don't need the device. It's a device, and it's a nice reminder. Because it's the truth. That's why you can't get rid of it, and that's going to be of course, one of the first things that is going to be attacked. It's going to be sold off and shut down. And I saw last night that the movie industry, that's been a temple expression of great and profound truth, has been shunted away from the church and onto entertainment for a lot of people. You can learn more from the movie The Matrix or Michael Clayton or that kind of thing than you can listening to some preacher man who beats his wife at night and drinks the communion wine. Okay? You can trust me on that shit. So, who are you looking for? 2, for your counsel. Are they living their faith? Are they people who you emulate? Are they respectful in all ways? Are they compassionate? Are they kind? Are you comforted in their presence without them saying a word? Well, that somebody it's probably wise to take counsel from them. But if it's because they have an MDiv behind their name, and they have what you need, well, that's different then, isn't it? This is a personalization of God in a brand new way. And so my question was, is it okay to walk away? Can I? In a physics, and I'm still, that's going to be my koan today. Is it allowed, if I'm a double toroid singularity, and I walk with duality, and I'm made from duality, is it okay to say no to this consciousness field? And that's what I'm realizing, it's just a consciousness field. It's just one. You think there's only fear and anger and love and compassion? No, there's lots. There's depression. There's the artists. Artists have a different patterning, and it's much more expansive. It's much more open. There are a lot more receptors, and so there's free flow. There's flow. So this has been a very beautiful time, and I wanted to just be the canary today and say thank you. Everybody who pushed against me and everybody who held my hand. And now I'm going to use this day to really get to the place where I can dismiss and figure out a way to come to terms with that. This whole thing. When I first started out, I realized that anger and fear, anxiety, I kept seeing them as little girls, like 7 or 8, and they were asked to take care of a lot because I didn't want to do it, and they're scared out of their minds. They don't know what they're doing, and they know it. They just need to be held. And they don't like being held. Ooh, 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 ooh. And so being bear hugged and being told, listen, I know you don't like this. I'm just asking you to breathe. Just relax and breathe. I know you're scared. But see, I've got this bed, and I can see you got dark bags under your eyes. And you've been put at such a disadvantage for so long. Without support, you've been asked to run the show. So I want you to come, because the sheets are clean and warm, and there's cookies and there's milk. And I have so many stories to tell you that are going to comfort you. It's all over. You don't need to do that anymore. You don't have to do it anymore. And I would have these children sleeping. It wasn't like me driving and turning around in the back seat and screaming at anger or screaming at fear and saying, fuck, would you please just belt in and shut the fuck up? I'm going to hit you if you can't manage yourself. Not like that. Of course not. Why would you talk to a child that way? No. So that's what I need to kind of complete. Is to do this in a way that is compassionate and kind, fully acknowledging the beauty and creativity and necessity of this agreement field and all its manifestations. But if I've declared the Kali Yuga dead, poor Kali, remember that? Oh, poor Kali. Well, I didn't just do that. I had Vespers. I had an internment song. It's all documented. And I'm very proud of my work. This stands as something that is quite unique. But here's the thing. I know this. And I also know that this may never be discovered. It may not be, what do you call that? Transcripted? Right away, I don't know. But all I know is that this is a time to be physical now. Without fear. Without anger. With good humor. And with balance. And with power. Being empowered. With generosity. And the taste of possibility on my lips. There's nothing that can't be done. There's nothing that can't be healed. There's nothing that can't be righted. It's a fever dream. It's a fever dream. It's a fever dream. And there are enough of us now who know that. And have opted for a reality that doesn't involve febrile illness. And so I really do think that it's time for me to finally translate it into physical reality and live it. I've spent so much time figuring it out and really damning myself for having done so. And that's the only thing I knew at the time and feel now. It's the only thing that I really regret is having called it out or doubted it. How could I not? How could I not? To not doubt it would have been inappropriate. It's that big. It's that revolutionary. It's that otherworldly. So, it does mean, I said that by the 9th I was not going to be on Facebook very much anymore. And I knew it wasn't a random day. It's an 11 day. It's actually reduces to a 12. And they're important numbers. Duality. Completion. Creating illumination and melding with a no to create new energy, a new beginning. I think it's beautiful. It means disconnecting from the hive mind. It means looking for permission from anyone. It means accepting my role as an energetic master. And just being chill with it. You don't have to believe it. I don't give a fuck. It's just fine. Stick around. Stick around. You'll see. It won't take you long to figure out. All you have to do is just watch. I am a walking miracle. I am a walking master. I am a walking wizard. And I really do like the idea of shaman. That makes the most sense to me. That word in this culture implies magic. It implies not being beholden to the group. It means that there's a responsibility to not resonate with the group. And instead, to be able to work with elements. Nature, creator, energy. So yeah, of course I'm a shaman. And I've always called myself that, but to walk into it, and if you have a question, who are you? What do you do? Well, yeah, I can say I'm an energetic master and, alienate everyone in the room because they're going to feel immediately that I'm either boasting or that they're not good enough. Well, fine. So I'm a shaman, a modern shaman, and mystic. And those were too simple of terms for me. Now I can settle back into that. It really, at this point, it doesn't matter to me if there's a sink or not. It doesn't matter. But it makes a lot of sense because this power is really magnified today, really amplified. And that's what happens when we get together to energetically and acknowledge our entanglement. That's all that's going on. It's quantum entanglement. And that happens when a certain pitch is hit, and I'm heating up like the sun. So what does Melissa do? But she needs to do research on what? The Schumann resonance. What's it at? You want to take a guess? Given what I've been talking about with DNA, with the octave of the 8, yeah, it's 40. We're no longer at 33. We're at 40. And it just goes up from there. It's going to go fast. So hang on to your hats. Hang on to your asses. Strap in. Have fun. And fear not. If your world is crumbling, if you're having headaches, if you're having weird physical experiences, if you're hearing voices, if you're seeing things, if you're getting brand new ideas, if the people around you who love you are telling you to get the fuck out, well then. Welcome to the new earth. Welcome to the new earth. There's a bridge. Once across, there's new life. And with that, I close. Namaste.